I'm going to share a shocking fact with you. The arteries of 80-year-olds in Japan are more flexible than those of 50-year-olds in our country. Their heart attack rates are 1/3 of the global average. Their rate of blood pressure medication use is half as much. So how is this possible? I reviewed 30 years of cardiology research for you. I looked at tests conducted at Kyoto University's vascular age laboratories, and I can say this with certainty. What the Japanese know about blood pressure is the exact opposite of what you've been told. They told you to cut down on salt. It didn't work. They gave you diuretics. It provided temporary relief, but the problem persisted. They said it was genetics, aging, fate, lies, all lies. Because hypertension is not fate. It is the cry of rusty pipes. And the Japanese know how to remove this rust. Not with drugs, but by triggering the body's own healing mechanisms. Either you face your fears now, or you continue living on drugs. The choice is yours. Today, I'm going to teach you 5 Japanese techniques. No doctor has ever told you about these because most doctors don't know them. But these techniques have rejuvenated the arteries of hundreds of thousands of Japanese people by 10 years, lowered their blood pressure by 20 to 30 points, and prevented heart attacks. And the best part, you can do them at home without spending a penny or swallowing a single pill. Stay with me, because this information could free you from blood pressure medication forever. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like it before changing your life. First technique, Sokkantsetsu Mawashi ankle rotation. Before moving on to the first technique, I must warn you, what you are about to learn is so simple that you will wonder if that's all there is to it. But Japan's most prestigious medical journal defines this simple movement as the most reliable indicator of vascular health. Stand up. Stand on one foot. Lift your other foot off the ground and slowly rotate your ankle. 10 turns clockwise, 10 turns counterclockwise. Were you able to do it, or did you lose your balance? Did your ankle make cracking sounds? This is precisely where fate is determined. The Institute for Vascular Research in Tokyo followed 8,000 people for 15 years. The results were terrifying. 73% of those with poor ankle flexibility experienced serious cardiovascular problems within 10 years. Only 11% of those with flexible ankles did. Why? Because the flexibility of the small vessels in your ankles is directly parallel to the flexibility of the giant aorta just above your heart. Japanese scientists call this the peripheral central corridor. If the vessels in your ankles are stiff, the main pathway in your heart is also stiff, like concrete. And stiff arteries mean high pressure. But here's the miracle. This is reversible. Before drinking coffee in the morning, do 3 minutes of ankle exercises. Rotate each ankle 10 times in each direction. Then spread and close your toes 20 times. Next, lift your heels off the ground and hold for 10 seconds. These 3 simple movements combined stimulate all the blood vessels from your feet up to your heart. Japanese studies show that after 12 weeks, there was an 18% increase in flexibility in peripheral blood vessels and a 14% increase in flexibility in central blood vessels. Most importantly, blood pressure levels dropped by 15/22 points, without medication, side effects, or cost. Let me tell you about Hiroshi. He was 71 years old. He had been taking 2 blood pressure medications for 8 years. His blood pressure was around 145/92. His doctor told him that was normal for his age and to get used to it. He didn't get used to it. He did 5 minutes of ankle exercises every morning. After 3 months, his blood pressure dropped to 128/84. After 6 months, it was 122/78. He stopped taking one medication. A year later, he stopped taking the second one too. Now, at 74, he lives without medication, with a blood pressure of 118/76. Magic? No. Physiology. When your body can stretch, your blood vessels can stretch too. Now I continue with the 1,000-year-old secrets. Before continuing, I want you to mention in the comments what illness bothers you the most right now. Second technique, Hatsuga Genmai and Natto. Germinated rice and fermented soybeans. Now, I'm going to tell you about the Japanese's secret weapon. It's so important that if you take this information and apply it, you could see a 20-point drop in your blood pressure within 3 months. But first, the bad news. You eat white rice, right? Every day. That's exactly where the problem starts. White rice sends your blood sugar skyrocketing. When your blood sugar rises, insulin surges. When insulin surges, your kidneys retain sodium. When sodium is retained, your blood volume swells, and that swelling bursts your blood vessels. So what do the Japanese do to break this cycle? Hatsuga Genmai, or sprouted brown rice. They soak the rice in warm water for 24 hours before cooking it until a small sprout appears. And during that sprouting, something miraculous happens. The amount of GABA in the rice increases tenfold. GABA, or gamma-aminobutyric acid, is your brain's and blood vessels' natural calming agent. GABA relaxes the smooth muscles in your blood vessels. Relaxed muscles mean wider blood vessels. Wider blood vessels mean lower blood pressure. But GABA doesn't just calm your blood vessels, it calms your brain too. It reduces stress hormones. When cortisol decreases, blood pressure drops. Osaka University's study proved it. Hypertension patients who consumed 2 servings of sprouted rice daily for 8 weeks saw an average drop of 14 points in their systolic blood pressure. The control group, who ate regular white rice, saw only a 2-point drop. Don't forget to like the video to learn more Japanese secrets like this. But the real bombshell is the second ingredient, natto. I know, it smells awful. It looks disgusting. It's sticky and slimy. But the enzyme it contains, natto kinase, is the most powerful way to thin your blood naturally. Natto is fermented soybeans. During fermentation, an enzyme called nattokinase is produced. Nattokinase dissolves a sticky protein in your blood called fibrin. Fibrin forms clots and clogs your arteries. Nattokinase cleans up the fibrin, making your blood flow more freely. Fluid blood flows with less resistance. Less resistance means lower pressure. Clinical studies have shown that 100 grams of natto per day reduces systolic blood pressure by an average of 10.9 points and diastolic blood pressure by 7.7 points after 8 weeks. And the best part is, natto is pensioner friendly. 2 or 3 servings a week are enough. Stop eating white rice and switch to brown rice instead. Soak it in water overnight until sprouts appear. Eat natto 2 to 3 times a week. If you find it difficult to eat, you can take nattokinase supplements, but eating the real thing is always more powerful. And if what you've heard so far has surprised you, wait, this is just the beginning. We haven't gotten to the real bombshell yet. Don't miss it. Third technique, Hidari Waki left armpit massage. Now, I'm going to tell you something doctors never mention. Why don't doctors share this information with people? Here's the truth that's not being told. Under your left armpit, right below your rib cage, there is a large channel that collects lymph fluid from your heart and lungs. It's called the thoracic duct. When this duct becomes blocked, lymph fluid accumulates. The accumulation creates pressure. The pressure is exerted on the heart sac. The heart is mechanically compressed. The compressed heart expends more energy. More energy means high blood pressure. The Japanese have known this for centuries. This is the basis of shiatsu massage. The exercise is very easy. Every night before bed, raise your left arm above your head. Using the index and middle fingers of your right hand, press just below your left armpit, at the edge of your rib cage. Massage for 2 minutes with light pressure using circular motions. It may hurt a little at first because there's lymphatic congestion there, but as you continue every day, the pain will subside. And after a while, something wonderful will happen. Your heartbeat will calm down. Breathing will become easier. Your nighttime sleep will deepen. Why? Because the lymph fluid has flowed. The pressure is gone, and the heart is relieved. Tokyo Heart Center study. Patients who performed a 3-minute left axillary lymph massage daily for 4 weeks experienced an average decrease of 8 beats per minute in resting heart rate and a 9-point drop in systolic blood pressure. Side effects? None. Cost? 0. Duration? 2 minutes per day. Let me tell you about Yumiko. She was 68 years old. She was taking 3 medications. Her blood pressure was 152/94. Her sleep was terrible at night, and she constantly felt short of breath. Her doctor said her heart was aging. It wasn't aging, it was constricted. She did a 5-minute armpit massage every night. By the 6th week, her blood pressure dropped to 136/86. By the 9th month, she reduced 1 medication. A year later, her blood pressure was 124/80. The solution is simple, but the application is difficult. I have an unrelated question for you. Do you think artificial intelligence could replace doctors in the future? Please share your thoughts in the comments. 4th technique, Hado vascular gymnastics. Now, I will explain the most effective and surprising method. In Japan, this is called Hado, that is, vascular gymnastics. You take a shower every morning, right? And with hot water relaxes you, but that's where the problem lies. Constant hot water makes your blood vessels sluggish. They expand but never contract. Just like an unused muscle, the Japanese have turned showering into an exercise tool. How? Hot-cold shock therapy. But be careful, don't do this to your entire body, only your arms and legs. Never do it to your heart or chest. Here's how. Take your shower as usual, let your body relax a bit, then hold the hot water on your arms and legs for 30 seconds. The water temperature should be 39 to 40 degrees. Then immediately switch to cold water, which should be 18 to 20 degrees. Again, I repeat, this cold water is only for the arms and legs. Do this for 10 seconds. Then hot water again, but for 30 seconds. Then cold water again. Repeat this 3 to 5 times. What happens when you do this? The hot water dilates your peripheral blood vessels. Then the cold shock comes and the vessels constrict rapidly. This constant opening and closing exercises the vessels. Just like an athlete works their muscles, you are working your vessels. Flexible vessels mean lower pressure. Kyoto University's 2019 study. in individuals over 65 who did vascular gymnastics every morning for 12 weeks, there was a 22% increase in peripheral vasodilation and an 18-point decrease in average systolic blood pressure. And here's the secret. Cold shock stimulates your endothelial cells. When these cells are triggered, they produce nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is the most powerful natural substance that relaxes blood vessels. So, alternating between hot and cold for 5 minutes in the shower means activating your body's own nitric oxide factory. No medication, no supplements, free of charge. Share your experiences in the comments when you try this technique. I'm warning you, if you have heart disease, an arrhythmia, or any other medical condition, do not try this technique without consulting your doctor. Your safety is very important to me. By the way, don't forget to save this, so you don't forget what I've told you and can watch it later. 5th technique, Hara breathing, diaphragm breathing. The last technique is the simplest but deepest one I mentioned to you, the bomb technique. How are you breathing right now? Put your hand on your chest. Take a breath. Does your chest expand or your belly? Most of you will say your chest. That's exactly why your blood pressure is high. Breathing from the chest means shallow breathing. Shallow breathing is stress breathing. Stress breathing sends a danger signal to your body. The danger signal triggers the sympathetic nerve. The sympathetic nerve is your body's fight or flight system. When activated, your heart rate increases, your blood vessels constrict, and your blood pressure rises. You think you're just breathing, but you're actually constantly alarming your body. Japanese Zen monks have known this for 1,000 years. Hara breathing, diaphragmatic breathing, breathing from the lower part of your abdomen. Hara means centre of the abdomen in Japanese. It's 5 centimetres below the navel. The Japanese see this as an energy centre. And breathing from there calms the entire body system. So how is it done? Sit in a comfortable place. Cross your legs on a chair or on the floor. Keep your back straight but not tense. Relax your shoulders. Relax your jaw. Place your right hand 5 centimetres below your belly button. That is your Hara point. Place your left hand on your chest. Now inhale through your nose for 4 seconds. But be careful, don't let your chest expand. Let your belly expand. Let the bottom of your hand rise. Fill your lungs by pushing down on your diaphragm. Feel the air going down into your belly. Hold for 2 seconds. Then exhale through your mouth for 6 seconds. Slowly, your belly will sink in. Your chest will not move, only your belly. Repeat this for 5 minutes, morning and evening. It may seem difficult at first, because you've been breathing from your chest for years. Your diaphragm has forgotten how to work, but it will get easier with daily practice. After a week, you will automatically start breathing from your diaphragm. What is happening here? Diaphragmatic breathing stimulates the vagus nerve. The vagus nerve is the longest nerve in your body. It starts in the brain and extends to the stomach. It controls the heart, lungs, and stomach. It's your body's relaxation button. When the vagus nerve is active, the parasympathetic system kicks in. The parasympathetic system is the rest and repair system. It slows the heart rate, relaxes the blood vessels, lowers cortisol secretion, and activates the digestive system. The result: blood pressure drops mechanically, hormonally, and neurologically. A study by Hiroshima University showed incredible results. Hypertension patients who practiced Hara breathing for 10 minutes twice a day showed an average decrease of 13.2 points in systolic blood pressure and 8.6 points in diastolic blood pressure after 8 weeks. And the most impressive finding was this: even nighttime blood pressure improved. Normally, nighttime blood pressure rises. But in those practicing Hara breathing, nighttime blood pressure was lower than daytime blood pressure. Because the vagus nerve had strengthened, the parasympathetic system was active throughout the night. The body was in full rest mode. Let me tell you about Takeshi. He was 76 years old. He had been suffering from hypertension for 12 years. He was taking 4 medications and his blood pressure was around 148/90. He followed the advice he was given and his blood pressure improved. Now, it's your turn. Now I'm asking you the most crucial question. You've learned all this, so what do you plan to do? Most people will watch this video, say it's great, and leave. In 3 days, they might not even remember what they watched. A year later, they'll still be swallowing the same medications. They'll continue living with the same blood pressure. They'll keep waking up with the same fear. It might become a blood pressure nightmare. My advice is not to be like them. I've explained 5 Japanese techniques to you. These aren't magic, they're just physiology. They're a combination of thousands of years of modern science and observation. You stretched your peripheral vessels with ankle exercises. You took GABA and nattokiness with sprouted rice and natto, balancing your blood sugar and thinning your blood. With left armpit massage, you cleared lymphatic congestion and relieved mechanical pressure on the heart. With hot and cold showers, you exercised your blood vessels and produced nitric oxide. With Hara breathing, you stimulated your vagus nerve and activated the parasympathetic system. You can support your peers by liking the video so they can see this information too. You don't have to do all of these at once. If you try them all, you'll get bored. Start with just one. It doesn't have to be today. Start whenever you feel ready. Begin with whichever one feels easiest for you. Maybe ankle exercises, 3 minutes every morning. After a week, have you gotten used to it? Add the second technique. Maybe Hara breathing. 5 minutes morning and evening. After 2 weeks, add the third one. Maybe armpit massage. Like this, within a month, you'll incorporate all 5 techniques into your life, and then you'll see the miracle. Hypertension is not fate. It's the result of rusty pipes. Today, I taught you how to remove that rust. But if you don't apply the knowledge you've learned, it's worthless. Now, make your decision. Either you'll keep taking medication until you die, or you'll do what it takes to heal yourself. The Japanese are the longest living, healthiest people in the world. Their average life expectancy is 85 years, while ours is 75 years. There's a 10-year difference, and that 10 years is hidden in techniques like these. If this video gave you hope, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I want to see you comment that 3 months later, your blood pressure dropped, you reduced your medication, and your life changed. You know the Japanese secret that's been around for 1,000 years. Take good care of your blood vessels. This is the only life you have. And remember, hypertension is not a lifelong sentence. It is a reversible condition. If you're willing to understand the mechanisms and correct them with Japanese wisdom, the choice is yours. Choose reversal. Choose life. Choose health. Choose freedom.